Hello, besties. It is your girl, Tay here, that Amethyst Witch, and I just wanted to take this moment to sit here and talk about my experience at NPC 2024 and what it meant to me. So, if this isn't your forte of a video and you don't really want to hear me blabber on about this past weekend, then you can go ahead and leave. But if you choose to stay here and listen to everything, that means the world to me. So really, as I said, I just want to talk about, kind of like reflect on the weekend and just how absolutely amazing it was and how much it meant to me. So, I'm probably gonna get a little vulnerable here. I'm gonna get a little vulnerable here, and I mean, it freaks me out doing that, especially on the internet. I feel like I definitely came to some realizations, good ones, this past weekend, and honestly, it made my heart so happy. I will start in chronological order of the weekend. So I had pulled up into Raleigh on Wednesday, and what my friends and I do is we kind of use this as our annual meetup for the most part, because that's vacation time is a thing, and then money and travel expenses is a thing. So NPC is kind of like the only time that we can really like get together. So we got there a couple days early before the event really like got started. And that honestly was so freaking nice, because although we got into Raleigh like around like 4 and we still had the entire evening, having the full day on Thursday to just do fuck all was amazing. So then Friday was the VIP party, and it was held at Marbles Kids Museum. And quite honestly, it was a really good time. And last year, I can't really remember like last year's too much. I do remember that I really just kind of stayed on the first floor last year. I didn't really like go exploring. So this year I was like, I want to go exploring this museum because it's pretty freaking cool. And guys, it is so cool. I mainly wanted to go up to the second floor and see what all they had up there. And it's just so neat. They have this big like jungle gym slide up there, and they have a whole sports side, and then a science, like it's so cool, and I can't really like explain it, but it was really fun. And I thought it was really neat that they had, performances at the party for like particular artists. And what really did it in for me was Maguire performing. And it's no secret that Maguire is one of my favoriteest people on this planet. I love Maguire both as a friend and a fan. I'm obviously a huge fan of his music. He is an incredible musical artist. He is very talented vocalist, and just as a person, he is just a peach, a sunshine. Like, I absolutely adore him. So to see him have his own set really just made my heart so freaking happy. And when they announced that he was going to be performing at the VIP party, I was like, I need to be there. I need to be there. But his set was so good, and I loved that he had Wolf Boy and Asterisk up there with him. And I just really feel like that they put on such a great show. Another one of my favorites, Connor Quest. Um, God, that man just has incredible stage presence. Like, I feel like Connor was just born to be a performer. And I feel like his stage presence, it's like he just makes it look so easy. Like, it's almost natural to him. And whether that's true or not, I don't know. Like, some people do just have natural born talent for being up on stage, and some people genuinely have to work for it. But what I can say is that Connor Quest has an incredible stage presence. Yeah, and everybody who performed that night was great. I love that. Oh, going back to Connor's set, I love that he brought Dahlia and Star up on stage to do VTuber Girls Are Improving My Life, because that's just a bop. But yeah, all around the performances were just great. And I will admit, I kind of got like a little overstimulated at like certain points. So that's why if you were there, you kind of saw me kind of like lurking in the corner, on like on the stairs in the back, because I just needed to like decompress, bro. But all in all, it was a great night. So then the next night, Saturday, the concert was, I think that was my most favorite day. I love just seeing the community come together and seeing our favorite artists perform. Because I've always been under the impression that a lot of nerdcore artists, like, they aren't like stage artists, they don't really perform. So to see all of these performances by all of these artists, and it's good, like, it's incredible. Like, DPS's set was insane, especially when he performed his Sukuna song and everybody rushed to the stage. It was great. But the one performance that is stuck in my head is Cam Steady. that man, I know I said Connor Quest had incredible stage presence, and so does Cam. Cam really puts on a show. Cam is so extra, and I love it. That's why in my head I have dubbed him the Seto Kaiba of nerdcore, because radiates the same energy. But I love that Cam was rolled out on a oh god, like, is it called a dolly? No, it's not a dolly. Something. He was rolled out on a something, and he was in this suit, and it was great. It was great, and I just love that Cam and Xiao have so much crowd interaction in their sets. Like, it's really cool and it's really neat. I loved JT's set, and I loved Rocket's set. Like, those two groups, like, mean so much to me. JT especially, because as a lot of you know, they were my gateway into nerdcore. And the fact that they did Can't Be Erased, which is one of my favorite songs, just absolutely made me happy. But, if you really want to make me happy, guys, Dream Daddy song. I'll get the dancers for you, Skull. Just say the word. I got you. I got you. I already know a couple people that would so be down for that. I just think if I sat here and talked about every artist that performed, we'd be here forever. But I will say that everybody just did an amazing job. Everybody did an amazing job. Everybody did so great, and I loved it. Sunday was the meet and greet. And what I can appreciate that they did this year was, they had booths, essentially. They had tables set up for the artists, because last year was a little chaotic, in the sense that I think they wanted it to kind of be like how it was in Chicago, where artists were just walking around and everyone was just vibing. And like last year, it kind of started that way, but then because there were so many people, lines just started forming around artists, and then it just kind of got a little chaotic and messy. So they had tables lined up on the floor in front of the stage, and they had lines. And then they also had two booths up, on the mez. And so I just think that was really cool. I really liked it. I really liked how organized it was. And just, yeah, it was really neat. And I like that they had like a schedule for who was going to be at their table when. So it was very organized. It was great. Yeah, and I met so many people this weekend that I have interacted with in the community. I have worked with in the community. I had people that are just like, "Oh my gosh, are you?" It's so funny. It's so funny. I didn't the people okay. The people that were like, "Are you Tay-Pat?" for the most part were the people that I have worked with in the community. Those that were like, "Are you Amethyst Witch?" were like people that I have interacted with in the community, or people that just simply just watched my stuff, which, guys, I didn't know how many of you actually watch my stuff. And it's still mind-blowing to me because I edit these videos myself and I am just like, "Oh my god, this bitch, she's so annoying." So I don't know how you guys fucking do it. So I'm gonna have a field day with this video listening to me ramble on. But it was really cool. What was really neat was, to me, was that Mama Quest knew who I was. Connor Quest's mom knew who I was. Like, I think that was the highlight of my weekend. And that happened at the very beginning. That happened like Thursday. Um I had ran into her while I was out with my friends, and she I guess asked Nina, was like, "Is that Amethyst Witch?" And I'm just like, and I just and then I, like, like, she was so happy to see me. She was so, like, she was asking me, like, questions. She's like, "Oh, why didn't you wear the, like, I she's like, "Why didn't you wear, like, the purple hair?" Um and it's because my head would have hurted and it would have been really hot cuz it was hot as fuck this weekend. But I honestly, yes. The highlight of my weekend was that Mama Quest Mama Quest knew who I was. Sorry, Connor. I'm more of a fan of your mom than I am you. Sorry. But speaking of which, just like, not only just meeting so many new people, but also reconnecting with, like, people, or like reconnecting with people in person, because a lot of people I do talk to, like, um regularly, but just like seeing people in person, like seeing Connor again, um seeing Asterisk, seeing McGuire, seeing Wolfboy, Dahlia, Star, Peach, like, yeah. And this is going to be the part where I get a little vulnerable, and I very well might cut this out. I very, very well may cut this out. And it's just like, the imposter syndrome really kind of was really bad this weekend. I mean, I had a great time, but at the same time, I was battling with these thoughts that I'm not really that important. And that's a whole bag that we're not going to unpack. When people were coming up to me and they were happy to see me, not even just happy, they were excited. And a few people, it was almost like their eyes just lit up. Seeing that was magical, I guess. Growing up, I did not have a group that I could call my own, essentially. I felt like I didn't really belong, and I would constantly change who I was to appease these people so they would accept me. But here I am, actually feeling comfortable to be myself, and these people have accepted me. Like, I feel like I've been accepted. To kind of go off of, like, a little bit of a tangent, kind of. That feeling doesn't just only pertain to the nerdcore community. It also pertains to my group of friends that I was with. Because growing up, I never really had good friends, if you will. I had maybe one or two that I can think of. So for me to have like this horde, yes, I'm going to call them a horde of fantastic people in my corner is still mind-blowing to me. And they've been my friends for like 4 years. And then for me to be accepted by this community and by people that I respect so much, it's wonderful. And I'm not gonna let it go to my head. But it's like, I don't know. In some, I guess, I didn't really realize how much I meant to some of you guys. And I'm not gonna forget that. Now, to end this video off, what I did take away from this weekend is a little bit of a cold. Now, it's not COVID. I already took a COVID test, came back negative, thank God. But it kicked my ass yesterday. And today it was a little bit better. I took some Dayquil. I'm feeling a lot better now. I actually have my voice back. To end this video off, I want to thank the staff and the organizers, JT Music, Rocket Music, for putting this event together, for this community of nerds to come together and, you know, just vibe and support each other. And I want to thank the people that came up to me and who were excited to meet me and were excited to see me. Thank you for being so supportive and actually enjoying my content. I still don't know why you do, but I appreciate you nonetheless. I want to thank my group of friends for just being the most amazing human beings in the world. I just want to thank the people who had a hand in getting me to go out on Sunday night after everything. Thank you. Thank you guys for helping me come out of my shell a little bit this weekend. That's all I have on this past weekend. I am very much looking forward to next year. NPC 2025 looks like we are going to be in Dallas, and it's going to be a little bit bigger than before. So that's going to be very interesting, and I am really excited for it. So yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm able to go, universe willing, and I hope that you guys are able to go as well. Thank you guys so much for, if you've made it to the end of this. I wouldn't have. I can't stand listening to myself talk. But if you have made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. And thank you for supporting me and the content that I put out. I should have reactions starting back up next week. Also, I'm going to be doing a reaction stream to Rustage's new album this weekend. So more to come on that. But yeah. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys so much. Bye.